Welcome to the introduction to the book of Philippians. This letter, written by the Apostle Paul to the church at Philippi, is again one of 4 letters written during his imprisonment in Rome, sometime between AD 60 and 62. Philippi, a city in the Roman province of Macedonia, was named after the father of Alexander the Great, Philip II of Macedon. It came under Roman control in the 2nd century BC, and in 42 BC saw a large influx of military veterans from a battle fought nearby. At this same time, its status became that of a Roman colony, which granted its inhabitants the same rights as other Roman citizens. These 2 facts combined to create a strong sense of civic pride and loyalty to Rome among the people of Philippi. The story of the founding of this church is recorded in Acts 16 during Paul's second missionary journey. Its founding came with significant opposition, resulting in beating and imprisonment for both Paul and Silas. They were both eventually released and continued on their journey, but the contents of this letter reveal that the church they left behind continued to face considerable opposition to its message. The occasion of this letter was a visit in prison by Epaphroditus, a member of the Philippian church. He was carrying a financial gift for Paul from the church, and Paul wrote this letter to update the church on his situation and thank them for their generous gift. He also used it as an opportunity to address some challenges to the church's unity and ministry, as well as warn them about certain false teaching which might threaten their clear understanding of the gospel. This is one of Paul's most personal letters, as he reveals a deep affection for this church and the way they have continued to love and support him despite their own difficulties. The letter also reveals that Paul is anticipating some progress on the case resulting in his imprisonment, and while he is content with the decision for or against him, he believes that he has a good chance of being released. A simple outline of this letter is as follows. Chapter 1, Paul updates them on his present circumstances. Chapter 2, Paul urges them to have the mind of Christ. Chapter 3, Paul expresses his passion for them to have the knowledge of Christ. In chapter 4, Paul's desire for them to have the peace and contentment of Christ. Philippians contains several well-known passages, like chapter 1, verse 21, "For to me to live is Christ and to die is gain." In chapter 4, verse 13, "I can do all things through him who strengthens me." As well as chapter 2, verses 5 through 11, with its powerful summary of Christ's humble sacrifice in the gospel and his final exaltation where every knee will bow before him. I hope that you are encouraged by your reading of this joyful letter.